Hello friends, this video on ray optics part 1 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Topics to be covered in this lesson are light, reflection of light, spherical mirrors, refraction of light, total internal reflection, refraction at spherical surfaces, refraction by lenses, refraction through prism, dispersion of light, and optical instruments, which would include eye, microscope, and telescope. So, ray optics. What do you think we are going to study in this lesson? Okay. When we hear this term optics, what comes to your mind? Optics, something related to optical instruments, right? Which you often use. I mean, you use these terms in your day-to-day life, right? Optical instruments reminds you of your glasses, spectacles, right? So that means we are going to study about certain phenomenon related to light. We have already spoken about electromagnetic waves, right? Electromagnetic spectrum, where we have talked about light as such. I mean, we have seen what is light composed of. So how is light an electromagnetic wave? So we have already had that introduction of light when we studied the lesson on electromagnetic waves. So in this lesson, our target is to study certain phenomenon of light. So we will study about some of the phenomenon, right? For example, reflection of light, refraction of light. So, I mean, right now, these terms are not very new to you. You would have studied about reflection and refraction in your junior classes, maybe in class 9th or class 10th. So, I mean, this is not exactly new for you, but we will study these phenomenon again in a bit more details. We will also study about certain things or certain objects which enhance such properties of light, right? So now you will gradually see there are so many things which we are going to study in this lesson, which you will gradually see as we proceed with the chapter. So our aim is here to study about certain important phenomenon related to light, and also to see how do these phenomenon actually help us in our day-to-day life. That is, we will relate this phenomenon with practical applications in life, right? So let us look at this introduction screen. What do we have here? Here, as always, that is the general trend, right? How we start a lesson. The introduction page will consist of certain things which we see around us and which is related to what we are going to study in this lesson. So what do you see here? Something dark, right? It looks like somebody is standing there. But when the light is switched on in the room, you can see, oh, there's a boy standing inside the room. So that means light is something which enables you to view objects. You are seeing so many beautiful things around you because of reflection of light. Now, what is this reflection actually? We will study about that as we go ahead. So some similar applications which we use in our day-to-day life, but we don't know how it actually works. What is the physics behind it? For example, the mirrors which we use in our home. Not only the normal plain mirrors which are normally seen in your dressing tables, but also your shaving mirrors. They are different from your plain mirrors, right? When you come very close to the shaving mirror, you can see your face very clearly, and you can see an enlarged image of your face, right? The spectacles, most of you would have seen a spectacle. Some of you have been, maybe you are using a spectacle. So they are all applications of what we are going to study in this lesson. The rear view mirror used in your cars, you'd have seen while you are on the driver's seat or while somebody is driving a car, there is a mirror on his right hand side. There is a rear back view mirror which enables you to see the traffic which is coming behind you, right? the telescope, which enables you to see objects which are far away from you. Especially there are certain different types of telescopes which also help you to see the heavenly objects. So this is also, some of the telescopes are also used for scientific purposes, for studies of astronomy and things like that. The camera lens, so even the lens, the glasses, this kind of lens, mirrors, they are all nothing but application of such phenomenon of light. The microscope, which enables us to see very small objects. So basically these instruments like microscope, telescopes, they all consist of lenses, right? And what are these lenses? These lenses are nothing but they are all applications of this reflection or refraction of light. So that's how we will study this lesson on. We will start with light. Then we'll talk about the different phenomena like reflection of light, diffraction of light. Then we will talk about mirrors. We will talk about spherical mirrors. What are they? You'll come to know very soon. Then we'll talk about lenses. Then we'll talk about how refraction takes place through lenses. Then we'll also talk about prisms. So there is a huge list which we will be talking about while we go ahead with this lesson. So just be patient and let's now start with the lesson. So the first screen talks about what is light. Nothing new because we have already talked about it before. Light is something which enables us to see objects. So when we talked about you remember the electromagnetic spectrum which we talked about, which had so many different kind of light, waves, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet, and here is your visible light. So in this lesson, our focus is only on this visible region. So this visible light is often known as light, right? So in this entire lesson, we are just focusing on this portion of the electromagnetic spectrum. So light is an electromagnetic wave. Now what is an electromagnetic wave? I don't think I need to explain that again because we have already had a detailed discussion on electromagnetic waves in our previous lesson. So light travels along straight path. These are some of the things which are just for review, right? Because you already know all these things from your previous classes, right? So that light travels along a straight path. Speed of light is measurable and the speed of light in vacuum is always denoted by c and its magnitude is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So these are some of the facts about light which you already know and which are universal, right? Now when I talk about light, as I'll go ahead with the lesson, you will see that most of the times I'll use such terms like a ray of light is coming in, a ray of light is going out. So what actually is a ray of light? Similarly, you will also come across terminologies like a beam of light is falling on a piece of paper. So what do you think, what is a ray of light and how is it different from a beam of light? Is there any difference between a ray of light and a beam of light or both are the same? Because if literally you look at the meaning of a ray and a beam, generally we think that both are same. But actually here, when I talk about a ray of light, I am talking about the path of light wave traveling from one point to another. Let us suppose this is one point, this is another point, and this is my light wave. So the path of the light wave from this point to this point. So this is the path, right? So we say that this is a ray of light. Like because my light wave is somewhat like this, let us assume. So this light wave traveled from this point to this point. So what is my ray of light? So we say that this is my ray of light. So the ray of light is not the light itself. It basically shows that this is the path through which the light wave traveled, right? So this is my ray of light. Now what is a beam of light then? Beam of light is nothing but a bunch of rays of light. That means when too many rays of light are traveling very closely, we say that this entire thing is a beam of light. Right? So if you look at this picture, what does this picture depicts? It is depicting nothing but the sun, a beam of sun rays is falling on this tree. So here many rays together are forming a beam of light. So now you know the difference between a ray of light and a beam of light. So now you'll see that as we go ahead with the lesson, most of the time I'll be saying that, okay, so a ray of light is incident on a surface, or a ray of light is falling on this boundary. So when I say a ray of light, I'll often draw a straight line. That doesn't mean that light wave has now become straight, because you have seen in the lesson on electromagnetic waves that waves means the wavy thing, which I have shown here. So this is how the light wave is actually traveling. But whenever I will look at things like reflection, diffraction and all, instead of drawing this wave, I'll always consider the ray of light. So which will make my diagram neat, easy to understand, and at the same time it will make it less complicated, right? So now you know what is a ray of light. No confusion. Difference between a ray of light and a beam of light, right? Okay. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.